Hey guys, Marcus from Seafaries. Today I'm going to be going through how to make a live bait trace, but this time how to use wire. This is for more of the fish with teeth, like kuda, wahoo, that can bite you off. So again, I did show you the one that I used with fluorocarbon or leader line. This one is for the toothy critters. Okay, first of all, what I'm going to start off with is obviously the bite wire. I use treble hooks. You can use single hooks. Again, I'm just going to go through this quite quickly. I'm going to do the haywire twist. It's on the back of the American fishing wire. Basically, I'm using a size 4 or a size 2, at least a 3 extra strong. I'm using the mustard trebles. Again, I'm just bending it. That makes a nice round edge for my haywire twist. And I'm going to attach my treble line. This is for the back of the live bait. Okay, and I'm going to go through this quite quickly. Doing a haywire twist. It is on the back of the packaging if you want to learn how to do that. Okay, so that'll be my back hook. For my front hook, obviously my spacing, like I said before, a big kuda's mouth is about the width of your hand. So again, my spacing between the hooks, I'm going to go for about a hand's width. And then my lead hook, I'm going to use a hoodlum, a mustard hoodlum hook. Very, very strong hook. And that's going to be for the front of the bait. Okay, there we go. I'm going to haywire twist that off. This is number 6 wire between the hooks. For live bait, you can use either number 6 or number 7. I do use a slightly lighter lead wire, a size 5 or size 4. I think it just gives the bait a little bit more freedom to swim around when you're trawling it. Okay, so that's it. I mean, obviously that's for a smaller live bait. If you're gonna trawl something like a slimy mackerel or possibly a shad, you can always just add another treble in series. I'll show you that now. But basically that's what you're gonna be fishing with. This hook is gonna be in the back of the bait, and that one's gonna be through the top lip of the bait or in the back of the bait. Okay, and then my lead wire, I'm going with number 5 here. It's slightly lighter. Again, I like to make my lead wire a little bit longer because the live bait is alive. So when something's chasing it or about to eat it, it's better to have a little bit more length on your lead wire in case the fish feeds up the wire, because the live bait will swim past try and swim away from the fish that's trying to eat it. Again, what I'm doing is I'm interlocking the wires. So in other words, I'm going through the eye hook and the loop of this wire. I'm just haywire twisting it off. Okay, next there's quite a bit of a thing about pulling live bait. You can't use a big duster or a big skirt on the front of the live bait. First of all, what happens is these strands get caught inside of the fish's mouth and its gills, and it stops breathing and obviously dies. So what a lot of guys do, and what I prefer to do, is actually use just a bead. You can use a glow bead, a green bead, a pink bead. Doesn't really matter. Just makes the bait stand out a little bit more in the water. So I just slide a little bead onto the wire there. Pulsator does make a duster. It's a CD6. It's a very, very light head, and it's got very, very fine fibers on it. And I find this works quite well for live bait. It doesn't get stuck in the fish's gills and in its mouth. So again, there are these dusters that you can use on a live bait trace. They are very good as well. Okay, so again, my lead wire is quite long, and that's because if the fish swims past your bait, at least he's not going to get bitten off from your lead wire. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to haywire it off. Power saw size number 5. Again. And I'm just finishing that off. And like I said, this is just a standard live bait trace. This would be for probably a mass bunker or a small bait, a red eye, or something little, small mackerel. if you are going to fish with a slightly bigger bait, it's quite easy. All you do is you just add an extra length and an extra treble in line onto the back of that. So I'm cutting a piece of wire, and again I'm just going to add it onto the back of that number 6 wire. This also for bonnies, or jib-jibs as the guys call them, small bonito, absolute deadly bait. Again, my spacing, about a hand width, measuring it. I'm just using this hook as a round edge to make a perfect loop for my haywire twist. And there we go, I'm just going to add an extra treble in line there. And there's your live bait trace for a slightly bigger bait. Obviously just 2 trebles in line, not 2 strands. And again, that gives the fish a lot of movement and he can swim freely. And my lead wire with the bead.